just $2.99. Only at Value City Furniture.
Good morning, America. Holiday havoc, the winter weather warning, a blast of snow and record cold moving in, millions bracing for what could be the lowest temperatures ever for Thanksgiving, as the holiday rush gets underway right now.
Deadly hospital rampage. Holy A gunman opens fire in Chicago, killing 3 people, including a doctor and rookie officer racing in to save lives. Terrified patients told to run and hide. How this holster saved one officer's life.
Breaking news. Overnight, a federal judge bars the Trump administration from refusing asylum to those who cross the border illegally. What this means for the president's plan.
New controversy for Michael Avenatti. The Ocean's 8 actress now filing a domestic violence restraining order against Stormy Daniels' attorney.
An ABC News exclusive, deadly cruise ship mystery. The children of that American woman who plunged overboard, reportedly seen struggling with a man just before the fall. Her children speaking out this morning only on GMA.
Monday Night Football fireworks. 2 of the best teams in the NFL, one for the record books. A stunning 105-point game. Was this a preview of a Super Bowl showdown?
And country is king.
Bobby and Sharna.
Radio host Bobby Bones crowned the greatest showman in dancing's season finale shocker. He and his partner Sharna and all the finalists flying overnight on the GMA Express to join us live for our dancing after party live in Times Square.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Hope you're well this morning. Look who is here now. There they are, coming off the bus, and the champ, Dancing with the Stars.
It's a live shot. We made them wait in the bus so we could have this live on the top of Good Morning America. But Bobby and Sharna, they are the champions. All the finalists are here, and it's going to be a big dance party. And it's really, it's very kind of them to fly all night long so we can continue celebration here.
But we have a good time, and hopefully they have a good time when they come here. I'm looking forward to that later.
But first, we're going to begin with that winter weather that is moving in as we head toward Thanksgiving.
Snow is already coming down in Albany. You can see the tractor trailer flipped over this morning.
And an Arctic blast on the way for millions. Look at those temperatures right there. Some of us in the Northeast going to see the coldest Thanksgiving in years. Of course, Ginger is tracking it all. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning. I often say, hey, if we're going to be that cold, we might as well break a record. Then I realized I'll be standing in Philadelphia at a parade, and so will millions of Americans. Maybe we don't want the coldest ever, but it's going to happen. You saw those images from I-90, that's Interstate 90, where the vehicle was flipped there. Just note that there's still 1 to 4 inches possible in interior New England. You could see some messes on the roads, a lot of people hitting them today, and then that cold settles in. Those are numbers for Thanksgiving morning. 4 below the feels like in Portland, 7 New York City. Philadelphia, New York City, and Washington, D.C. could end up with their coldest Thanksgiving in 22 years. New York could tie the 2nd coldest ever, and Boston, likely going for the gold, looking for a high of only 20, could be the coldest ever on record. So we're doing it. Robin?
Going for the cold instead of going for the gold.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ginger. We have millions that are watching the weather as they hit the road, and the holiday getaway expected to be the busiest in more than a decade. More than 48 million people traveling for Thanksgiving. Some are already on their way, and Gio Benitez is out there right now on I-95. And Gio, this is actually going to be the worst day to be on the road for many travelers.
Yeah, that's right, Robin. Good morning to you. Listen, let's take a look at our road cam right now because we are already in traffic here in the New York area. And here in the New York area, we're looking at 6 to 8 p.m. tonight as the worst times to be on the road. That's when we're going to see the heaviest traffic here. But let's take a look at some of the other cities, too, because AAA has given us this list telling us the other worst cities for driving today include Boston, Seattle, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and Detroit. Meanwhile, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Chicago will have the heaviest traffic tomorrow. You better be prepared to leave early because the worst driving times there tomorrow, 1 to 4 p.m. As far as air travel, we've been talking about this record-breaking 25 million people expected to fly. So just expect those delays, Robert.
We'll do that. All right, Gio. Thank you. Michael?
All right. Thank you, Robin. We're going to turn now To the latest on that deadly shooting at a hospital in Chicago. 3 people killed, including a 28-year-old police officer who was responding to calls of an active shooter when he was attacked. The gunman is also dead. ABC's Alex Perez is on the scene at Mercy Hospital with the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Michael. Authorities say Dr. Tamara O'Neill had just wrapped up her shift here at the hospital and was walking out when she was confronted by her ex-fiancé, who was armed with a gun. Horrified, doctors and nurses rushed out with their hands up, evacuated from Mercy Hospital in Chicago as a gunman goes on a rampage. The chaos beginning about 3:30 Monday afternoon in the hospital parking lot. That's when authorities say the suspect, identified by our ABC7 Chicago I-team as 32-year-old Juan Lopez, armed with a gun in his waistband, shot and killed his former fiancée, Dr. Tamara O'Neill. According to our affiliate WLS, the two, seen here in this photo posted to social media, were supposed to be married in October but broke up in September.
I had to fall to my knees because it started instantly, like a battle, a gun battle.
The chilling sounds of gunshots caught on cell phone.
Holy
The gentleman turned around and shot 3 times in her chest. Then when she fell to the ground, he stood over and shot her 3 more times.
And you witnessed all of this?
Yes.
The gunman then takes his rampage inside the hospital, the PA system announcing that there is a shooter on the loose. The hospital goes into lockdown as doctors scramble to protect their patients.
We just turned and started running towards the front of the hospital. It was chaos. It was just mass chaos. Once he entered, he just started shooting random.
Chicago police officer Samuel Jimenez, who rushed to the scene after hearing it on the police scanner, killed in the lobby.
They ran towards that gunfire. So they weren't assigned to that particular call, but they went because that's what we do.
25-year-old pharmacy tech Dana Less was just emerging from the elevator when the gunman fires at her, killing her. Another officer responding to the scene also shot by the gunman, but saved after the bullet struck the officer's holster and lodged in his weapon. Overnight, the hospital remembering Dr. Tamara O'Neill as a wonderful doctor who was devoted to her patients and to church. Officer Jimenez was actually in this area when he heard the call for help and was one of the first officers to respond on the scene. Michael?
And Alec, the officer that was killed, he had just joined the force.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. He actually joined the force about 2 years ago, but had just recently, in August, to finish the probationary period and become a full-fledged officer. He leaves behind his wife and 3 young children. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, Alex. We will be thinking of them. George?
Just heartbreaking. Okay, Michael, we're going to move on now to that breaking news. A federal judge has ruled against President Trump, barring his administration from refusing to process asylum requests from those who cross the border illegally. Our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega in Washington with the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, George, good morning to you. So this is at least a temporary blow to the president's plan. You'll remember that he started floating this idea just days before the midterms as that caravan of mostly impoverished migrants made its way north through Mexico. They were fleeing violence, headed towards the border. Now, the order the president signed blocked anyone who didn't enter through a legal port of entry from making an asylum claim. Critics had said that it was illegal and amounted to overreach by the president. And so here we are this morning, George. The order from the judge applies nationally and will stay in effect until the case is decided by a court.
Yeah, they're going to have a permanent ruling on that. Also, Cecilia, new questions for Ivanka Trump after a Washington Post report that she used her private email account for some official business in 2017. Of course, that has echoes of the Hillary Clinton email controversy that President Trump still talks about.
I was just going to say it feels like 2016 campaign deja vu all over again. And the irony on this one is not lost on the critics of this White House. Here we are talking about the president's own daughter and, of course, his senior advisor here in the West Wing, now caught up in a controversy over the use of private email for official business.
This morning, Ivanka Trump under fire, accused of doing exactly what her own father campaigned against, using a private email account to conduct government business.
Crooked Hillary Clinton bleached and deleted 33,000 emails.
According to the Washington Post, the first daughter and senior advisor to the president used a personal account last year to send hundreds of emails, many of them in violation of federal records rules. Newly released emails obtained by a liberal watchdog group show Ivanka Trump contacting cabinet members, including Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, to discuss things like workforce development. Small Business Administration Chief Linda McMahon looking for opportunities to collaborate, and the Treasury Secretary's Chief of Staff requesting feedback and input. Overnight, Ivanka Trump's legal team released a statement saying, while transitioning into government, Ms. Trump sometimes used her private account, almost always for logistics and scheduling concerning her family. Critics calling it hypocritical, given the constant drumbeat from then-candidate Trump.
She routinely sent classified emails on an insecure private server that could be easily hacked by hostile foreign agents.
However, an FBI investigation determined that Clinton should not face criminal charges. Ivanka Trump's defense? Her team says she did not create a private server in her house or office. There was never classified information transmitted. The account was never transferred or housed at Trump Organization. No emails were ever deleted.
Now, one important point we need to make here, the Washington Post says the White House counsel did not have access to Ivanka Trump's personal email, and so it was her lawyer who determined which emails he considered to be official government business. Robin.
All right, Cecilia, thank you. Now to that new trouble for Stormy Daniels' attorney, Michael Avenatti, an actress filing a request for a restraining order against him. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, has the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. That actress's temporary restraining order follows last week's felony domestic assault charge against Avenatti. The man who said he's considering running for president is tweeting this morning that those allegations are fabricated.
Overnight, Michael Avenatti in more legal trouble.
What happened, Michael?
20-year-old Morelli Minuti filing for a domestic violence restraining order against the 47-year-old attorney best known for representing Stormy Daniels, who allegedly had a sexual encounter with Donald Trump before he became president. The embattled Trump critic and the actress, who had a small role in Ocean's 8, have reportedly been seen together at multiple events in recent months. Avenatti tweeting just hours after the new court filing, writing, "I look forward to a full clearing of my name and disclosure of all the facts. I have never abused a woman or committed domestic violence against anyone. Any claim to the contrary is completely bogus and fabricated. I am a target and I will be exonerated." Avenatti was arrested just last week on suspicion of domestic violence outside his home in Los Angeles. The LAPD has not disclosed the identity of the victim. After posting a $50,000 bond, Avenatti vehemently denying the allegations in an impromptu press conference outside the LAPD headquarters.
I am looking forward to a full investigation, at which point I am confident that I will be fully exonerated.
But there has been more fallout for Avenatti. His law firm has been evicted from its $52,000 a month offices here for failure to pay rent. There have been 2 trials. He and his attorneys have been no-shows. They've been ordered to pay over $200,000 in back pay. Michael.
All right, thank you so much. And now to new details about the sentencing for that Colorado father who admitted to killing his family, both his wife's parents and his own, addressing the court in an emotional hearing on Monday. ABC's Kanan Whitworth has more.
Chris Watts stared ahead as his in-laws spoke tearfully about losing their daughter and 2 grandchildren.
This is the heartless one, the evil monster. I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them. And then you take them out like trash. You disgust me. You don't know what love is. Because if you did, you would not have killed them. You monster.
The confessed killer wiping away tears as his own mother spoke.
I hate what has happened. Your father and sister and I are struggling to understand why. We love you. And we forgive you, son.
It was last August Watts' family disappeared. He went on TV begging for their return.
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back.
Prosecutors revealing gut-wrenching details about how Watts killed his family, hiding the girls' bodies in oil storage tanks, his wife and unborn child in a shallow grave. A key piece of evidence cracking the case, a sheet from the couple's bedroom, not far from where Shannon's body was discovered.
He was the one for me.
and he is amazing.
She once gushed about her husband.
My daddy is a hero.
Your children adored you, and they also trusted you. It was, Daddy, you're my hero. I have no idea who gave you the right to take their lives.
Would you like to make a statement?
No, sir.
Shanann's family now filing a civil suit as well.
Nobody's going to be able to bring back Shanann or Bella or Celeste, but the folks in Colorado have a great DA, and he got a great plea arrangement that means that Chris Watts will never see the outside of a jail cell for the rest of his life ever.
Prosecutors say Watts wanted a fresh start with a new woman. He denied the allegations until pleading guilty this month. In exchange, no death penalty.
Now, the judge in this case calling this the most inhumane and vicious crime he has ever dealt with, as he gave Watts 5 life sentences. So up next for Watts, he'll be evaluated at a facility here in Denver and then transferred likely to a high security facility in Georgia. No solitary confinement. It's no longer allowed under Colorado state law.
Okay, Kenneth, thanks very much. We're going to go to Massachusetts now, where the first 2 recreational marijuana stores east of the Mississippi are opening this morning. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is at one of those locations in Leicester. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. Yes, the first day of legal recreational sales here in Massachusetts. And you can see this is the line. This is just part of the line. They are actually putting people in a different parking lot and then shuttling them over in groups. They are expecting a ton of people here today. They have heated tents for people, even a food truck. Now, there are some rules for people who decide that they want to come and wait in line at one of these 2 stores. You have to first, according to Massachusetts law, be 21 years old to purchase anything inside this shop. And you also can only buy about an ounce, which this is an 1/8, so you can buy 8 of them. They also have all the standard things that people come to expect from these types of dispensaries: gummies, edibles, vaping type pens. George, the other thing to keep in mind, it's only legal here in Massachusetts, so you cannot take this stuff across state lines. George?
Careful about that one. Okay, Eva, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, looks like they're lining up to go to a football game. Which leads us to Monday Night Football.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, a little football magic on Monday night.
Oh, it was.
2 of the top teams in the league, they squared off last night. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. They went head-to-head in a record-setting showdown. Both teams scored more than 50 points in a game, which that is an NFL first. And the final combined score, 105 points. It's the most ever for a Monday Night Football game. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who they fans call Mahomies. He threw 6 touchdowns and a career-high 478 yards for the second-year player. But it wasn't enough to beat the Rams. They still won 54-51.
Amazing.
You didn't see a lot of defense last night if you watched that game, but it was exciting.
Yeah.
Really, really
It's been a good season.
It's been a great season.
A lot of great games.
But who's the best team in the league according to
Saints!
There we go.
Gotta believe, baby.
Who's gonna beat them Saints?
Hey, who that?
Doesn't look like anybody.
Back now to Ginger with more on the snow. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Coming in to the Northeast.
It's already flying, Robin, in the Northeast, but it came from this that went through the Straits of Mackinac, Michigan, northern Michigan. Still some winter weather advisories, and of course that cold on the way, but we'll be drying out. That's the good news. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, we've got Tuesday Trivia, sponsored by Christian Dior. Joy.
Joy by Dior.
At Macy's.
Blustery and partly sunny today. Temperatures rise out of the 40s to the lower 50s by this afternoon. Not expecting any rain until we get to Saturday. That's our next best chance. So you're dry the next couple of days and dry also on Sunday. But for 48 hours, we'll have January kind of cold. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, your Thanksgiving day, Friday morning and Friday afternoon. So looking at your 7-day forecast here, 60% chance of rain on Saturday and again next Monday.
Coming up, we have that ABC News exclusive, the cruise ship mystery, the children of that woman who went overboard now speaking out.